that's a fighter. I remember you already. See, when I was like, you know, people recognize people's faces. Man, I recognize your pulling style.
What's up, guys? I'm Alex.
I'm Jason. We're the Table Monkeys, and this is Table Talks, episode 15 from our arm bet practice in the park with Devin Larrett. There's like a bunch of videos of this all up over the place, so we decided let's compile it, make a Table Talks, let you guys see some angles and footage you may not have seen yet, and talk about
BAL 104. The most epic BAL we've had so far. We've got so many matches. We've got an epic round robin with a bunch of ranked guys. And today we're just going to go over all the matches, you know, talk about it a little bit.
It's crazy. It's literally, it's crazy. I don't even know what to say sometimes. So yeah, like Alex said, we got 6-man round robin with a bunch of badasses, and then we got 9 super matches, couple of them for rankings. Just, it's crazy. Couple newbies.
So let's start
right at the top
of the card.
Yep.
We got newcomer, Mr. Top Troll, Steve. You'll probably have seen his memes on Instagram.
Yep. Devin likes to share his stories on his story. So a lot of activity there. He's a rock climber, new to arm wrestling, and he's going to be taking on a Brothers in Arms original, Jordan Jones, who was at BAL 101 against Miguel, and he's coming off a loss. So he needs a win.
Hopefully he's fired up.
Yeah, hopefully he's fired up. Steve is improving quickly. Steve is getting good. There's no question.
But Jordan definitely has more options, more experience.
Yeah.
And if he plays it right, it should be a win for him.
It should be a good day for Jordan. But it's going to be a great learning experience either way for Steve. So it's going to be a good day for both.
Moving on.
Yes, your match against Mr. Burhan, Diesel.
I decided to call out Burhan after I beat Umesh in BL 102.
Yeah.
Been training hard ever since.
Yeah.
And we're going to go right and left.
Yeah.
See who's the baddest motherfucker between us.
Yeah. And Burhan's been training. Training. He's strong. I think as far as the internets and the stuff would be concerned, you are the underdog in this one.
Oh, yeah.
But you've been training as well.
Yeah. I've been training.
How you feeling?
I feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are feeling strong for sure. You know, the programming is working.
Yes.
Say that. Progress is being made.
Numbers are going up.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And so going to be a good match. You guys are starting right and then doing left, and you're going to do like not back and forth. All the right, then all the left. You haven't put any money on it yet, but something might happen.
We might.
We'll see what happens. So you're confident enough you would put something behind it?
Oh.
What are you saying? What would you put behind it right now?
I'll put $50 on it.
$50 on
Burhan,
it?
I'll put $50.
Let's see if Burhan matches that $50. All right, speaking of $50, 6-man, round robin, bunch of badasses, all of them paying $50 to buy in, and then it's going to be prize money for first place and for second place. Same way we did it for BAL 103.
So that way, you know, they'll all have the matches, and then first and second we'll have a super match.
Yeah.
If there's no tie for second.
Yeah.
If you go undefeated.
If you go, so the only way that somebody could go undefeated and not have to do a super match is if they go undefeated and then there's a tie for second place. Right. And that's what happened in the 8-man round robin at 103, and it seemed a little confusing, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
So basically, the round robin is establishing who's first and second to get to go into the super match, and then once you're in the super match, it's like a brand new thing. So like the last 6-man that we had at 242, Dustin was undefeated, and then Sergey was 4-1.
Yeah.
So because Sergey, nobody else was tied with Sergey at 4-1. Him and Dustin had the super match, right? So your round robin record only counts to whether or not you make it to the super match.
Exactly.
But with the 6-man round robin, the idea of an undefeated first place and a tie for second becomes really unlikely. I don't know what the math is, but it's like really unlikely. So hopefully that's going to be a great day. We're going to go through those guys right away. So the way that this kind of came together was I had a couple experienced guys, Cody and Reagan, who wanted to pull in the last BAL, but they realized that they were too experienced because it was more newer guys, and they didn't want to pull a Yves, so they just said, let's wait, and let's see what happens in the next one. And I said I would throw something together in BAL 104 for them. Yeah. So we started putting it together, and we got Cody Lazart and Regan Goldberg. Cody pulled out with John Milne out near, I think they're around Kingston, Ottawa area, like somewhere around there. Yeah. And Regan Robin pulls up with Evan and BLM out in Pembroke.
Yeah.
And his photo is a Kings move. We'll see. His Facebook profile is him in a Kings move, so we'll see if he's a Kings mover. I would obviously enjoy to see that.
And then we've got Matt Carrier
and his cousin,
cousin Kevin Carrier.
And they're driving down from where?
I don't know, 12 hours.
12 hours away. I thought you knew the name of the. Anyway, somewhere way up north, like.
Yeah, somewhere I've never been.
Way out there. And I guess the job, they work 2 weeks, get 2 weeks off, so they got this time off, and they're like, let's go down and arm wrestle. So they're driving down, and then they're gonna pick up Dan. Sorry if we butcher this. Dan Belafuye. I'm really sorry if we messed that up, but anyway, he's 8 national championships and a second and a third place at Worlds.
Yeah.
So he's a badass. He's been retired for a few years and he's been injured, and this is his he's trying to get his feet wet again and see if he's still got it.
On the elbows, maybe.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. So, but everybody we've talked to is like, no, he's gonna destroy everybody. He's gonna run through them. But he's like, oh, I just hope that nothing falls apart. And he just put up a post of him flexing, and he says, I hope everything stays intact. And that's what John Milne was saying before I pulled him back in January, forever ago. And
feels like so long ago.
I know, it feels like so long ago. It was not that long ago at all. Yeah. And he was the same way. He was like, oh, I just hope nothing falls apart. And then he just toys with me like I wasn't even there. So hopefully it's competitive. Hopefully Dan isn't that far ahead of everybody, and hopefully people can give him something to fight for. And with the round robin, it can kind of go any way. It gets kind of crazy.
And then finishing off that 6-man, we've got it was supposed to be Anthony
Biafor,
but he thought this was a left-handed 6-man, and decided to back out.
Yeah, he
nominate his friend.
Yeah, he's more of a left-handed puller, and he said his right arm just isn't up to par with this group. So he pulls out with the Iron Arms guys out in Barrie with Yannick and them, and he said Rob Weber wants to take his place. I've never met Rob, or if I have, I'm sorry, I don't remember him. So apparently he's a good right arm, and he feels like he's competitive in this group. So let him pull.
These guys have been talking so much shit in the group chat. It's been so fun to watch.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Well, really, there's one guy talking all the shit, and we're going to get to him next, because this is, so after the round robin, we've got a bunch of super matches going down, and we've got 3 right-handed and then 4 left-handed matches. So the first of the right-handed matches will be the king of the shit talk in the Facebook Messenger, Andre Gillineau versus Austin McGillivray, right?
Yeah, so Austin is a young up-and-comer. He pulls with Tyler Bolzan.
Yep.
And he was in our last BAL pulling in the round robin.
Against Andre.
And
they had a good match.
It was a good match, but Andre pulled the win out.
Andre won, and it was a good match, and sorry about that. Really good match, and they talked a bunch of shit, so they were like, you know what, let's do it again. So we got them a super match set up,
and they're putting $50 on the line.
Yep, and it's gonna be a good match.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Next one is gonna be Derek Askey from the Hamilton Arm Cats. He was supposed to have a match with Luke Millette this past weekend out in Wasaga, but it got canceled. So
he's feeling fresh. He wants a match. And he decided, Dylan McCutcheon.
I threw it out there, and I think you had mentioned it before. So he didn't necessarily call Dylan out. I think he knows that this is a reach of a match for him, but he's feeling fresh, and he says, let's test it. Let's see where we're at.
But it's also because Dylan's 10th on the rankings.
Makes sense.
He wants to climb those rankings, so why not start at the bottom?
And Dylan is feeling strong, and Dylan's also he lives and practices out with Dalen, who's the ref, so he's coming down with him. So it's just an easy let's make it happen. So last minute match, they're gonna pull. I don't know if they put any money on it, but either way, it's gonna be a good match, and Dylan's gonna be trying to protect those rankings. So we'll see what happens there. And then the last right-handed match for the day will be myself versus Mike Mendy. So he pulls out in London. Never pulled him before. Andre made the point that that would be a good match. I checked with Tyler Bolzan. He thought it would be a good match. Tyler Hamilton has also pulled with him, so I've got some scouting reports on him, but I've never seen him pull. Apparently he's got a really, really dirty hook, and maybe not the best hand, but super strong arm. And that's going to be the plan: is attack the hand and try to get around the arm.
Hopefully he's watched that right hand at the Iron Cup. He's going to underestimate you a little bit.
My right arm at the Iron Cup did not show up at all. It was like a I don't
A
know.
wet noodle.
Yeah, it was a wet noodle. No, it was horrible. So I've been, but it was not really beat up much because it performed so poorly.
Exactly.
So it's been fresh, and I've been able to train it and practice with it, and I feel like I've got some stuff figured out, and I've got some answers for Mr. Mendy there. So hopefully that goes well, and we've got $100 on it. So it's we're pulling for some money. It's gonna be good.
So like we mentioned before, a few of these guys in that round robin are traveling like 12 hours to get here.
Yeah.
So they want another match, and we decided, okay,
And
you deserve
Andre
one.
can't stop talking that shit, so he's like
Andre and Kevin Carrier have just been talking mad shit.
Yeah, it's awesome. Kevin got to one point where he's like, I can't even type this, and he just put up a voice message in the messenger. He's just like, I am gonna beat your ass so fucking bad. It's not even worth typing. It was fucking hilarious. But
Send a picture of all his medals.
That's what I used for the poster. Yeah. So Kevin is ranked one spot ahead of Andre on left arm on the 154 rankings, and Andre is going to be coming in around 154. He said he's coming in under 160 in clothes, and Kevin is going to be under 180 in clothes.
Right.
So Kevin's got a big weight advantage.
But Andre doesn't give a shit.
Andre is ready
class.
to go. Yeah, and so we'll see what happens. So if Andre beats Kevin, he will secure that ranking more than likely.
Yeah.
Especially with the weight difference. So because Andre will be under the 160 that he needs to. So we'll see. I'm hoping you can pull it off, Andre.
See if he backs up that mouth of his.
I know, right? And but no, he's coming in ready. He's looking good. So we'll see. Hopefully that goes well.
Yeah. So next match, another couple of guys from the six man. We've got Matt Carrier taking on Reagan Goldberg on left hand.
Don't know much about their left arms, but they were like, hey, again, both traveling a good distance and wanted another match. So you guys want to pull each other? Let's pull.
Yeah.
So set it up. There we go. Best of 5.
And then again, we've got Dan Bellafouye.
Yeah.
And Cody Vasseur, who decided to pull a left-handed match.
Yep. And again, Cody's like, I don't know if I got much for you, but I'm willing to pull, so they're going to pull. I think it's going to be closer than Cody thinks. Again, Dan, I think he said he suffered some injuries in his left as well. So, anyway, I'm hoping that we don't have any like just 3-0, nothing, not competitive matches. Looks like everything's pretty competitive. And then the final, the main event, and we've been trying to get this going for a while.
Yes, we've been looking at this guy for a long time. I went up to Ian Shedden's birthday pull a month or two ago. It's in one of our table talks, and I shook this guy's hand, and he swallowed it up.
It's massive.
This guy, Ray Dalton Belmore, is a giant. He's 6'5". His hands are arguably bigger than Devin's.
Yeah. And would you say he's arguably more than 6'5"? Or do you think he's only like an inch or two taller than you?
I don't know. Anytime I meet someone who's taller than me, I'm like, whoa, he must be like 7 foot tall.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel too.
He probably is like
I feel
6'5",
like he's bigger than that.
I don't know.
But either way, I've never met him, so I don't know. Just from the videos I've seen.
I was like, well, are you like 6'8"? And he just laughed.
Yeah. So he's a beast, and he's ranked one spot ahead of me. So the poster for this video and everything, the poster of our match should be up there, so you should be able to see all the quote-unquote stats. But yeah, he's a beast, and he is ranked one spot ahead of me, so we've been trying to get this happening for a while. Tyler Boldan keeps bringing it up, saying, I really want to see that match. Some other people are excited about it, so I'm hoping it's a good match. Styles make matches. We both like to top roll. And I've been working that hook hard. I think going inside and trying to hook on him might be the answer. So we'll see where the match ends up. If it goes to straps, I know everybody's expecting to see a King's move, and most people think that would be effective against him. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We have no idea because we haven't pulled before. I really
leave some room for instinct.
It's all in the setup, man. Like where the setup goes, it kind of like the more you become comfortable with the setup and like learning where the match is supposed to go, I think the better. Like that's one thing Rick Heidebrecht is so good at, or at least the 2 times I pulled him. Like he knows exactly what I'm trying to do, and then he knows exactly what to do to counter it, and then he gets me to go, wait, what the fuck's going on right before the go, and then all of a sudden it's like whack, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I had no idea what just happened. and it's all just like him being one step ahead of me, like chess matching that setup,
Yeah.
you know. And it's because I mean I take respect from it. It's like he's afraid enough that he doesn't want me to get to the strap. He doesn't want to let this happen. He doesn't want to let that happen. So what's the easiest way to beat me is to do this to get me here, and that's what he does. And that's so much of this game, man. It's about being smart, not strong. So,
But Ray's a newer puller as well, right? He's
yeah,
only
that's the other thing, right?
6 or 7 months ahead of
exactly.
longer than
Like
you.
we got a lot of reasons why it's a great match, you know. Like both like big gym guys. Like he's got the 20-inch arms. I'm like right around 20 inches. His arms are a little bigger than mine, I think. But we're like right there,
Yeah.
you know. And yeah, it's gonna be a good match, man. And I'm excited for it. So I hope Ray's
Left
ready.
arms are feeling good.
Yeah, left arm's feeling good. Definitely took a beating at the iron arms. Felt some things I haven't felt before as a newer puller now with all the Kings moving I did that day against some serious badasses. So it's feeling healed up.
BAL is going to be epic.
Catch it this Saturday. Look for those live feeds, and don't forget, if you like the video,
Please like the video.
and leave those comments with full of feedbacks and all that stuff, and subscribe for those new videos. Like this clip.
Monkeys out.
See? He's like, it's a Terminator. It's a Terminator from the future.